All right, for today's explainer, we are diving into a meal that's, well, it's so much more than just food. It's a whole experience. We're going to break down step by step how to create this incredibly rich, flavorful, and just deeply satisfying miso-umami broth boil. It is without a doubt the ultimate dish for sharing.
So let's just get right into it. We've all been there, right? You want to make something that feels special, something impressive that gets everyone excited, but the thought of spending hours and hours in the kitchen is just, yeah, no thanks. So what's the secret? How do you pull off that restaurant level magic at home?
Well, the answer is this amazing dish right here. It's not just something you eat, it's this fun, interactive event that happens around a single pot of broth. A broth so packed with flavor, it will honestly change the way you think about soup forever. So, what even is a broth boil? You should think of it less like a simple soup and more like a one-pot masterpiece that becomes the star of the show, right in the middle of your table. It's all about cooking together, sharing, and building your own perfect bowl. And here is the absolute best part: 35 minutes. No, seriously, that is the total time from the second you start chopping to the moment it's ready to eat. For a meal that looks and tastes this incredible, that is a game changer. Okay, let's get to the absolute heart of this thing. The soul of this entire dish is 100% the umami broth. If you nail this part, everything else just perfectly falls into place. But before we can build it, we gotta know what we're aiming for. Umami. You've heard the word a million times, but what is it really? It's that fifth taste, beyond sweet, sour, salty, and bitter. It's that deep, savory, almost meaty richness that just makes food feel so satisfying. And this broth is an absolute umami bomb. So how do we get there? The foundation starts right here. Dashi stock gives us that savory, almost oceanic base. A little bit of sake adds this wonderful complexity. Then you've got garlic and ginger for that aromatic punch. And finally, soy sauce and mirin to balance out the salt and the sweet. This is our canvas. But the real magic, the secret weapon, comes from the miso. And here's the key. You need to use two different kinds. The red miso, aka, brings this deep, robust, savory funk. Then you balance that power with the white miso, shiro, which adds this delicate, subtle sweetness. That 1-2 punch is what creates a flavor that's just incredibly complex and balanced. And here's a little pro tip that makes a huge difference. Whatever you do, don't just plop the miso paste into the pot. It's gonna get clumpy, I promise. The secret is to ladle a little bit of that hot broth into a separate bowl, whisk your miso in there until it's totally smooth, and then pour it back into the pot. You'll get a perfectly silky, smooth broth every single time. Okay. We have perfected the soul of our dish, that beautiful broth. So now it's time to build the body. These are all the delicious ingredients that are going to cook in that amazing liquid. In Japan, for these kinds of hot pot dishes, they call these the gu. And this is where it just gets beautiful. I mean, look at this lineup. You've got that briny shrimp and clams, the rich and savory pork belly, sweet corn, earthy mushrooms, crisp bok choy, and of course, those wonderfully chewy udon noodles. It's a whole symphony of different flavors and textures all in one pot. And what's so brilliant about this is that nothing is just along for the ride. Every single ingredient is doing two jobs at once. First, they soak up all that incredible umami broth. But second, they give flavor back to the broth. The shrimp shells in the pork belly make it even richer. The corn releases its sweetness to balance out the miso. It's like a tiny, perfect flavor ecosystem right there in your pot. All right, our broth is perfect, our ingredients are ready to go. Now for the final act, the art of the boil. And don't worry, this isn't about some complicated French technique. It's all about simple timing and a little bit of flow. It really just boils down to 3 simple stages. First, we did stage 1, building that incredible broth. Next, we'll simmer the ingredients that need a little more time to cook. And finally, right at the end, we'll toss in all the delicate, quick cooking stuff. See? Easy. And here's the exact play-by-play. The whole cooking part takes just about 12 minutes. You start with the corn and shiitakes to give them a head start. 5 minutes in, the clams and pork belly go in. 3 minutes after that, it's time for the shrimp, bok choy, and udon. Then, for the grand finale, you kill the heat and just gently stir in those delicate enoki mushrooms. That's it. Done. Now, if you're kind of stressing about, is the seafood done? Don't worry. Here's your cheat sheet. The shrimp are perfect the moment they turn pink and opaque. And the clams or mussels, you just wait for their shells to pop all the way open. That's your sign. No guesswork needed. We've cooked everything perfectly. We are so close. Now for my favorite part, all the little finishing touches that take this from a great meal to a truly unforgettable one, and how to share it. This is where everyone becomes their own chef. You put out bowls of sliced green onions for that fresh bite, sesame seeds for crunch, a little chili oil for heat, a perfect soft-boiled egg adds this incredible creaminess, and a sprinkle of togarashi brings this complex spice. And oh, that final knob of butter, it just melts into the broth, adding this last layer of velvety richness. Trust me, do not skip that part. And now for the most important rule of all. Do not plate this in the kitchen. Bring that entire beautiful pot right to the middle of the table, put out some ladles and tongs, and just let everyone go to town building their own perfect bowl. That fun, interactive part is what really turns a simple dinner into a memorable event.
So there you have it, the complete blueprint for a total showstopper, the Miso-Umami Broth boil. And you know, the best part is that this broth is really just a template. Once you understand this balance of flavor, the possibilities are just endless. So I guess the only question left is, now that you have the secret to umami, what are you gonna create?